Small business and middle class continue to get destroyed by President Biden. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Bottom Line for Sunday, June the 30th, the last day of the quarter, of course, the last day of the month. And here we are with the same old problems. Markets didn't really care. And of course, you have to remember markets don't care, but we'll talk about more of that in our market update. In the meantime, rent increases continue to destroy the small business. Now, once again, you can continue to say, well, it's not the president. Well, it's his policies. Who's ever running the country, of course, if you saw the debate the other night, it was an embarrassment that is your leader. I mean, again, listen, I am not going to protect either one who was there. I mean, wouldn't it be nice if we had some young person that decided that they really wanted to run this country without trying to steal from it, which I believe that Trump did not steal from this country when he was the president, other than I think of the rest of the politicians who I think, again, I can't speak for them all, but I would say, let's say 85%, help steal, help wash their money through Ukraine and get paid on the other side. But either way, okay, I'm sure that we would all like to see somebody who's under the age of 80, okay, although Trump is 78. But wouldn't it be nice to have I think that, as I said from the beginning, I liked Ramaswamy. But either way, it would be nice to have somebody. And of course, now after the debate, they're talking about, are they going to replace Biden? Well, let's be clear about one thing. They can't just replace Joe Biden. Joe Biden has to willingly walk away. He has control of the delegates. He has control of what he wants to do. And if he decides to be a stubborn person and say, hey, I'm not walking away, well, then he's going to be the candidate. And I don't think he's got a chance, listen, I'm tired of spending my hard-earned money on their tax plans. I am tired of giving my money to illegal immigrants. I am tired of seeing prices rise here to destroy the small business, to destroy the middle class, all in the good name of globalism, okay? I don't want socialism. I want capitalism. I am sick and tired of watching people that cannot make it in small business because of this administration, okay? You can bet on that. All right. And again, as I've said many times before, it will not affect me personally, but it may affect my children. It may affect my grandchildren. It may affect you and your children. And I'm tired of it. America is supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. But in the meantime, here we are once again with the end of an era in where most major empires fail, which is in between the 200 and 3-year range. And I'll tell you what, this squad is doing everything they can to do it, along with the help of President Biden. And of course, he's not really the president. Somebody is the president behind him, okay? Because he is obviously not coherent and has to be so juiced up on drugs to even try to speak, and certainly cannot speak without a teleprompter. But either way, this country is headed in the wrong direction. And finally, at least one of the districts in New York voted out one of the squad members because they are the biggest pieces of shit in the country. Okay, they are trying to destroy you. Okay. In the meantime, the Supreme Court hands down the January 6th defendants were overcharged or not charged with the right crime. Now again, I'm not defending the January 6th insurrection. I am not defending President Trump or what happened, but I am saying that there was more to the story. And that is one of the problems that we have to continue to understand, that there's always more to certain stories. And it's not as clear cut. And certainly there has been rumors that there were FBI agents there that were helped there to work trouble up. Again, I'm not saying that I know. I'm saying what I read. And now you're seeing the Supreme Court rule. So the University of Michigan condition sentiment crumbles to 13-month lows. Oh, but I thought we're doing so good. And I have a friend of mine that tells me that I'm wrong all the time because I got to look at the data. I don't have to look at the data that the government publishes. I don't have to listen to the shit that they put out. I think it's more important to look at the people that you're living around, the people that you know and watching. I was on a spot on Friday afternoon where they were talking about are they going to replace Biden, blah, blah, blah. But I said, the middle class and below is in a recession. Okay, they're in a big recession. They are going broke. The jobs are all bullshit. Okay, again, I'll give you this number again. Since 2021, 66% of the jobs that were created went to illegal immigrants. 33% went to Americans. And more Americans are working multiple jobs to make the same money. Okay, so again, you can feed that bullshit to me that we're at record low unemployment, which we're not. Okay, what about the people that have just quit looking? And of course, we're hiring too many government workers. Okay, I don't want a bigger government. I want a smaller government. Okay, 4 out of 10 Americans will not go anywhere this summer. Not that you should go on vacation. And again, is that a big deal? I don't know. Me, I don't want to go anywhere this summer. I'm very happy right here where I'm at. So, but either way, but it's not you. It's Bidenflation. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to reference back to this interview I did on Friday with a Democratic strategist. And of course, he told me what a wonderful job Biden has done. And I said, okay, look around the country. Again, give me the proof that we've done such a wonderful job. And of course, when Trump left office, gasoline was $30 a barrel. Now it's $82 a barrel. Okay. So don't tell me that he's not responsible for inflation. Then he tried to say that the inflation was worldwide. Well, that has nothing to do with us. Okay, we didn't create the worldwide inflation. We created our own problem right here. And again, I'm going to say this to you one more time. We could be independent and an island on our own without helping or being with anybody. Okay. And I would like to see that, to tell you the truth. I think that we should be able to help who we want. And I don't think that I'm sick and tired of watching our money outflow. And now that China has at least been confirmed to buy farmland in this country, and especially they're buying farmland near military bases, to me, it's scary. And it kind of fits into my theory that China is trying to take over the world's food supply. Okay. 1 in 3 Americans that are making $150,000 a year have to live paycheck to paycheck. Okay. Now, again, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be able to live on $150,000 a year. I'm saying that we're spoiled. We don't care about debt. And of course, when your president forgives student loan debt, but I think you got to remember that credit card debt is non-dischargeable by bankruptcy. Okay. But people are having trouble making ends meet. And I think that's real. Okay. When I was in Chicago last week, as I'm driving around, and not in the city, in the suburbs that are a little bit higher level, okay, I saw 500 people that claim to be homeless. Now, whether they are or not, that's, panhandling is a business on its own. But 500 people in different areas. It was really pretty scary. Okay. I think that, the unemployment claims continue to rise. They're the highest since 2021, which is, again, I think that you have to realize that we have problems. And I'm so happy to see this Tractor Supply finally gave up the DEI goals, excuse me. I am so sick of this reverse shit that's going on, from reverse discrimination to all these DEI shit. To me, again, I thought the country was making great strides all the way along. And yeah, I know there's still problems, but the problems have to be worked out. You can't force them on. But of course, if you want to eliminate history so nobody remembers it, that means that you're most likely not doomed to repeat it, but you are planning to repeat it. And these motherfuckers are planning on repeating the history because they want to enslave the average American. They want to create serfs. Okay. So again, to me, it is a joke. Okay. And it is scary because before it happens, before you figure it out, it'll be too damn late if you don't do something sooner, which is why this election is a huge ordeal coming forward. And of course, does the U.S. want a weaker dollar? I don't know. Okay, I know they want a weaker dollar because they want to be able to sell more goods. But again, to me, that doesn't make sense. Okay, if anybody can explain to me why we want a weaker dollar, okay, to export goods, you want to export goods, sell them cheaper. Okay, you can make the dollar cheaper by changing the price of your goods. And if the dollar is cheaper, then aren't the price of your goods really changing anyways? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But once again, what this administration is doing and what government has done for years has not made a lot of sense to me either. Okay, so again, it's very problematic that we have no fiscal responsibility in this country, especially from your leaders of this country. This is Bubba's Bottom Line, Sunday, June the 30th, the end of the quarter. We're going to step out of a break. We'll be right back with our market report. Well, everybody, what's up, kids? As you know, I always talk about my sponsors and their brokerage partners. And again, I always remind you that I do have other brokers that I use. So again, I'm not giving you the sole ones, but I am giving you ones that I use myself and ones that I believe are great for you. And that is, of course, Capital Trading Group, who is partners with us on our Day Trader's Dream, which has been doing very well, and is partners with us on a couple other products. And they do a great job. So check them out, info.capitaltradinggroup.com/Bubba, and it's on the side. TRADIER brokerage, unbelievable. $10 a month, flat commission. We can automate all of our products through them for you. The only one you'd have to pay for would be our hedging program. Of course, but they're all licensed. The others are free. But check them out on the website and on our side here. And of course, Wealth Charts, who I'll be doing a webinar for again on July the 19th. And of course, our high school program, which obviously we're trying to educate America from this bullshit that we have to listen to. In the meantime, check them out, sides, bottom. And of course, let's get back to Bubba's Bottom Line and my market report. Welcome back. It is Bubba's Bottom Line. It is Todd Bubba Horowitz and our market report for this week. Well, markets are pretty flat and pretty stable. It was kind of weird. I really thought that Friday was kind of really strange. I thought we would have a pretty big move to the upside. I thought there'd be some window dressing. Now, basically, the market was almost flat for the entire week. And I think that at the end of the day, I don't think that there was much going on. And maybe because of the debate on Thursday, you saw a little bit of frightening selling on Friday. I mean, it wasn't a lot. And they did try to make a rally late into the market. But bottom line is the markets are consolidating. That is the pure bottom line, okay? That we're in a consolidation period. So just keep that in mind. And again, I'm not telling you that we're going lower. I always believe there's going to be a collapse coming because I do believe it. And I don't know when, and I don't know if it'll be before. I don't think it'll be before the election. But again, I'm just saying that there's a lot of warning signs out there. 600 regional banks in trouble, and so on and so on down the road. I could list them all out, but rather than that, I'll just tell you that in the four major indices, we are long or would be long. Again, remember, some days I'm flat. So what I'm giving you now may not be accurate tomorrow, okay? Because we might be flat. But right now, we're long all the indexes with the exception of the Russell, and we are short the Russell, okay? In the U.S. dollar, we don't trade anymore because of the cost, not because we have any problem with the dollar. The dollar, we would be long, okay? And of course, the dollar was pretty flat for the week, maybe a little bit higher. In the euro currency, we are short, which is going in our favor. Bonds and notes, tomorrow we will switch the bonds to short. We're still long the notes, okay? But again, the way the notes and bonds got hammered towards the end of the week, I think you want to understand that means interest rates are going higher, okay? And of course, in the metals, we're still short gold and silver. Again, not that listen, I'm not picking. I like gold and silver, and I would be buying on the bargain, but from a trading standpoint, they're still in a downtrend. So again, they worked out pretty well. But right now, again, and in Bitcoin, okay, we're short. In copper, we're short. Okay, although it was higher for the week. The grain markets were short. Okay, And I think that, of course, I think they're going to turn here. Just a quick note, Friday's action off of the report. I actually bought into that big sell-off, so we'll see what happens. In the meats, cattle continues to go higher. I can't understand it. We don't trade anymore, but I'm still fighting it. I'm still short cattle, and I'm still long hogs. I don't get it, so it may be another expensive lesson to learn in markets, okay? And in the crude market, we're long. Natural gas, we're short. And now we're getting closer to the time of year where I start getting nervous when I'm short natural gas, because we're getting closer to the area where you can see some cold. I mean, it's still obviously weeks away, 6-7 weeks. But again, in the meantime, we're still short it. In the softs, which again, we're going to stop trading the softs just in full disclosure once they reverse signal. But right now, cocoa is still short. Cotton is still short. Sugar is long, coffee is long, and OJ is short, okay? But as they pick off, because they're not liquid enough for everybody to trade them, and they are problematic, and again, they eat up too much margin. Lots of reasons why, but we've got some new models that we're going to be using, so it's going to be really good, and I'm really excited about it. In the meantime, again, just be careful. It's not time to get aggressive or wild yet. The markets are a little bit challenging still. So just be careful until we get some real action. And of course, you hear from me every day, and I will tell you when I think it's time to be aggressive. In the meantime, let's step out for our final break and come back with Bubba's Bottom Line and, of course, my commentary. What's up, kids? Well, again, I'm not going to go through the whole spiel. I'm just going to give you a quick reminder. Check out our partners. They're brokerage partners. I do have other brokers I use, but Capital Trading Group, Wealth Charts, TRADIER, our high school program. Sides, bottom. Let's get back to Bubba's Bottom Line. Welcome back. So every week I do talk to you on Bubba's Bottom Line, give you a little bit of my commentary. And this week I don't want to, again, I guess I could bash about this stupid debate. But what I really want to do is I'm going to take the time to, first of all, salute and thank our soldiers as we come up to Independence Day. And, we have lost a lot of our independence. You may think that you're living in a free country, but you're not, okay? You are being controlled by the government, okay? You have problems, and of course, our armed forces and our military can only do what they can do. They can only defend this country. But they have when they originally defended us, they built us a free country. And it's unfortunate that all their hard work, the lives that we have lost for those who helped fight, and all the things that we have done, we have slowly taken things away, although we still have the best military. And I always thank you all for your service. I always want to be able to shake your hand, salute you, because again, of the work you do and the risk you take, for the lack of any real respect, because certainly I know that a lot of the VA hospitals around the country are not very good. I know that you are not treated well. I know you are not paid well. And I am extremely grateful, because if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to be here saying the things that I say and do what I do for a living. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate all of you in the service. I appreciate what you've done. I appreciate your families and the sacrifice that you've all made. And happy Independence Day, which of course is Thursday, excuse me. I appreciate you. I wish you a happy July 4th, a happy Independence Day. And it is because of you that we have this independence. And I thank you. This is Bubba's Bottom Line, Todd Bubba Horwitz. Have a great week, everybody. It is a holiday week, so it'll be shortened. We will see you tomorrow with Bubba's Daily Update. But be good, be careful, and thank a soldier, thank a military, thank a veteran for making this country possible and making this holiday this week possible. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you later.